Good morning. Live. Okay, let's get a hit of coffee going. Okay. Not for children. Well, yeah. All right. Interesting color. So I'm using real quickly an oil brusher for the first time. I mean, I've used oils, but just never used. I've purchased these things before I actually even purchased most oils. It's an interesting color. I like it a lot. And dark brown. Sorry about that, guys. Not that anyone's on yet. I'm gonna actually put this in a dish, I think. I'm gonna put both of these in. Let's do this one. Okay. My bucket of oils. There's my white. Black. I need my Payne's Gray. Payne's Gray. I'll even break out some of these wilder. Oof. That's feeling kind of odd. A Christmas gift a number of years ago were these Wilder oil paint. Unfortunately, Wilder pulled out. But give those a try. This neutral earth. This one feels like it leaked like crazy. All that oof, mercy. Yeah, let's get a paper towel on this. Come on. So the linseed oil is coming out, which kind of begs the question about what's remaining then. Oh, yeah, big time linseed oil smell. Have to wash my hands after this. The container crack? I'm not sure if the container's split or not. So as good as the paints are, then the containers aren't all that great. Oof. That is one juicy oil. Come on. Ow, fuck. Oh. Something just dripped on the ground too. Hey, Joe. Good morning. Happy Turkey Day to you too, my friend. Happy Turkey Day. All right, now we're going to do the Payne's Gray. I'm gonna go wash up after this because boy, oh boy, oh boy, this stuff make a mess. Okay. Sweet potato casserole in the fridge, just waiting to be thrown in the oven. Oh no, actually, waiting to be eaten. Let me show you real quickly. It's just like the amount of linseed oil that just poured out of these containers. I'm gonna have to get some mineral spirits on here in a second and get that cleaned off. Same with this. Okay, I'll be right back. I just got to wash up because this stuff is definitely just a mess. All right. Anyway. I hope all is well, Joe. And congratulations again, brother, for the accolade, being recognized by your company. That's always a good thing. So my computer power supply died. I guess surge protector was that as well. So let's find one. Yeah. Oh, if it's just the power supply that died, yeah, at least that's good. If it's not inside the electronics, oh my God, for fuck's sake. Inside the electronics, then just replace the power supply. I'm tried. Oh, thanks, man. Of course, Joe. You know, Joe, the thing is that, as I'm sure you know, I don't need an accolade to do what I do. But when you hear somebody saying, you know what, I appreciate the work that you do, it goes a long way, right? You don't have to shower me with stuff. Just treat me like I'm a human being. Ah, there we go. No, fuck. There we go. Hey, Mike, happy Thanksgiving to you too. Full with all who belong. It is indeed, Mike. Well, those who are still among the living, at least, right, Mike? Those who are still among the living. But yes, it is. My both my daughters and my wife are here, so not complaining. I got my cookie in my pocket. Nice. Mr. Mike Gore, good morning. Yeah, Mike, what about you guys? You everybody at your place as well? There we go. I'm going to show you early bird something. As soon as I cap this stuff back up. Leave it right there because that is going to get used. All right. So yesterday, got home from work, crashed out for a while, and then got to working on the model. Hey, Tony, good morning. Happy Turkey Day to you as well. So I wanted to get the hand brushing of the cat done. And that cat is hand brushed with some details added in. So I used what they call it, Nuln oil from Citadel to get the texturing on. Oops, sorry. Yeah, let's do that again. To get some of the texturing on the hair, but the hand details are all done. I even put some paw prints underneath. You can actually see the paws. Even got the eyes looking pretty okay. I do have some additional work. I've got to get the nose done. There's just like a little bit of detailing left to do, but I was tackling that yesterday and last night. Nope. Staying in New York, dinner with Kim's parents later. Nice. Right, the cat looks great. Thank you. I'm very, very happy with that. In fact, let's do this. You guys will get a chance to see this. Anybody who's here now gets to see this. Anybody who's not misses out. Getting high on the oil fumes. There it is. So, not done. We're working on oils today, getting the weathering done. I've got 8 days. But I'm happy with how this is going so far. So, weather forecast anywhere from 8 to 20 inches over the next couple of days. I'll need to clear snow at Kim's parents' house as well as my own. Her dad has been having back issues with the broken vertebrae. Oh God, I would imagine. Has that been the broken vertebrae been a problem for a while, Mike, or not? Oof. All right, we got the thinner going. We're going to get toothpicks here. Put away some of the tools. It's gonna be amazing. I hope so. I mean, I just want it to be a good dial, and right now it's on its way of being very good. I like the way it's coming out. Still a long way to go, but so far so good. All right, we're gonna do a little bit more of this Abteilung. Oops, damn it. Man, it's odorless. Okay. Start with the feet and move our way up. Could be a vat too. Can I have a morning? What's going on, Nick? Good morning. What's going on? Come on. Trying to make my little slurry here. K Tony, it has unfortunately getting worse. It's been so the radiation over the summer has severely affected his bone density. Plus, I'm 83 years old and worked hard. Yeah, jeez, yeah, okay. Wow. Yeah, I guess that'll do it. Well, it's good that you guys are around, Mike. There we go. Let's get a little bit of this guy underneath. Time he allows me to help. That's the reason I'm here. Yeah. Well, Mike, he sounds like he's old school. I mean, my dad was exactly the same way. And Mike, frankly, you don't think that we're going to be like that at some point? Yeah, we will be. All right, we're going to start the panel lining. We're going to pile it out. Let's start. Not that there's a lot of it, but there's some. Are we making the deadline now? Hoping you're planning to bring that model to the show tables. Maybe ValleyCon. Oh yeah, it'll be coming to ValleyCon. The first show right now is it looks like I will be going to ODO down Old Dominion down in Virginia. So now I have a problem with the Kshatriya. I'm out of room to display it. That sucks. That is the problem with large models and why I much prefer the smaller ones. So far, so good, Nick. We're on our way. There we go. So far, so good. We're going to do a wash right along. Yeah, just like that. Though I may actually redo, I'm going to do the other side, I think, in more of a dirty brown, I think, than this black, this Payne's gray. Yeah. I'll leave it like that for a second. Happy with the way this is going. You know who goes there, don't you? No, who goes there? Are you talking about Fuck Knuckle? That's okay. I'll probably be wearing my my Patriot shirt, so if he would like to have a conversation, he can. I'm not saying I'm going to engage, but we'll see. Yeah, I guess it's time to look into more shelving. Yeah. Or a bigger house. I mean, one of the two. All right, Nick. Since you guys were late, I'll still show you what I got done. Cat is all hand painted. There is some weathering left to do to the cat to kind of create some shadows, but I'll be working on that at the very end. I worked on that last night while I had just put down the gloss coat on top of this. By the way, I'm just going to say it again. I'm sorry, the satin coat. This is my satin coat of choice, and I like this stuff. I'm not saying that the other stuff that isn't as good. This is water based, which means once it goes down, no chemical can reactivate it, right? And that's a good thing. Fuck knuckle, it is. Oh yeah, you never heard that term, Mike? I love that term. It's one of my favorite ones. I call my boss that sometimes to his face. No, I've never called him to his face that. Let's see. Well, this house is paid for, but I thought about there you go. A model room addition. All right, let's get a brush over here to start doing some cleanup work. Yeah. I just really like oils. I just really like what you can do with oils. There we go. So far, so good. There we go. All right, first bit of panel lining is done. I'm gonna get. I'm just gonna go through and get the lines done, and then we're gonna go back in and do the other other work. Whoops! Ooh, wrong brush. I did that one in. Anyway, for those I didn't say it, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. I know I've heard from Mike and from Joe. Anybody else got anything going on? Tony, are you just kind of keeping it low key with the parents, or do you got anybody else coming over? And same with you, Nick. What you got going on? I knock on wood, right? So far, the way the oils are being laid down here is great. I like the look that I'm getting out of this, and I'm also appreciating that things are going a little bit more smoothly. Bummer, the audio is on a Saturday. I need to get my weekends off. Can't take it off, Mike. I'm being coerced into going to that one, but I mean it in a positive way. And, and my wife is going to be moving around that time, but I asked her, I said, "Is it all right if I go?" And she said, "Yeah, it's fine." So it's all worked out. Just got to let that dry. One of the mistakes I continue to make with oil application, it's a frequent one. I don't let it do its thing. Let it settle in first. Trust me, if you fuck it up, you can always, always, always go in and get to it. I mean, you got such a long dry time on these things. Let's see, just the parents and my kids eating late in the day because my son has to work until 2. Yeah, so I have to make the mashed potatoes or the stuff that will help mom set the table later. Nice. You are such a good boy. The nice thing about using oils as well, if I want to go a little bit darker or thicker with my mixture, I can always just apply the oil directly. There we go. And that'll stain that really nicely. Did the turkey yesterday, and we did the other stuff like the sweet potatoes. You know, the stuff you can warm up. Yeah, in the oven. Yeah, yeah we're. I'm gonna be heading upstairs around 8 o'clock and helping my wife get turkey going and all that other stuff going. I'm excited. This is my favorite holiday. I love this holiday. Okay, it's almost dry. It's going to get that one done later. The surface texturing has just been such a good thing to do to this thing. Hey, Mike. What's going on, brother? Happy Thanksgiving to you, too. It's a lot, but that's all right. Yeah, there we go. Sorry, guys. Sup, Nick? Found out the puppy loves turkey. And added in her. Oh, nice. I bet. Kind of. I don't know. For some reason, when I think about dogs and turkey, I always go back to A Christmas Story. I'm hoping that's not going to be the incident that you have. Mighty fucking good. I'm not gonna lie. It's coming out mighty fucking good. There we go. That was my first autos. Yeah. That movie. All right. Let me just double check to see that I haven't missed anything here. Got that. Oh, all right. Ow. I'm also going to add a little bit of. I'm going to start some shadowing right now underneath the in the feet area as well. So we're going to go in, panel line this, and then also get in there and get some shadowing going. Anyway, anybody got any model plans for the week or for the day? Anybody planning on taking some time for themselves and getting some shit done? I hope. I hope. Good. And Tony, is the Kshatriya done otherwise? Actually, now we're going to hit this area. Mercy. Work on something else at the moment, so I'm calling it done for now. Good for you. Good for you. Hey, Tom. Good morning. What's going on, man? Working on the EZ8 MG. Still snapping it. Why not, Joe? There's no rush. I have one of those in my backlog, Joe. Nice. Tony, are you primarily a Gundam guy? Are you building anything else besides Gundam? And Tom, happy Thanksgiving to you and the family. Mostly Gundam nowadays, yeah. Sorry, guys. Whew. All right, let's just do a little count. What I'm trying to do is everything from the waist down that needs to be panel lined. I'm going to do now. Panel line and just, early early type of weathering, creating some shadowing and stuff like that. All right. Turn it around. Let's get to the other side. There are many Nissan kits. I have a Macross kit. Yeah, I'm looking for a few car kits again. Nice. Japanese model kits. Maybe a Skyline. Oh, yeah, that stuff looks good. Those Aoshima kits look really nice. Third-party parts for cars in the body customization. Oh, I don't know about that. You may want to talk to Mike about that. There's a lot of third-party customizations type. Hey, Edwin, good evening. How are you, my friend? So looking for a comparable size Toyota kit. That would be correct for a 30-minute. That'd be kind of cool. It's like 1/6 scale. Very good. Yeah, but again, remember, you can always take things out of scale. Nothing says you have to stick with the scale that's provided there, right? It's the nice thing about models. You can change the scale. In fact, that actually came up in a conversation I had a while ago. So if I wanted to make a Gundam be more human size, can I do that? What scale is that? And the basically response was, well, whatever scale you want. Oh, okay, cool. And that is actually the correct answer. That's done. That's done. Okay. 916 is 19, maybe 112. Yeah. Emotionally much better than yesterday, working on the Tau Commission and do a better cleanup on the workshop. Good for you, Edwin. Edwin, do you go to the workshop every day? Sister's kid a while back. I made it like my girlfriend in her Toyota work uniform. It would like a car to. Oh, that would be awesome. Of course. Yeah, I guess the only question is just getting something in scale. My hope is still to do that Ferrari 328 with a Char figure. Car's 124th, Char's 120th. It's close enough. I can do something with perspective. And then have the two 1/144 scale Zaku's in the back holding up a sign. That will hopefully be a project in the next year or two to get done. I'm supposed to go to the workshop every day, but no, because I have another responsibility at home, at the clinic, or outside. Yeah. The MG would be 1/5 or 1/6. Maybe. Okay. Time check. Yeah. I think we should be able to get at least the panel lining done before I take off today. I'm hoping. I'm hoping. So last night we started one of our. We do this. We try to do it every Thanksgiving. My wife and I have been watching it for God. I think for the majority, at least for me, it's been the majority of the last. We've been to get what we moved to Northfield Mount Hermon in '98. So what, 27 years? We've watched on Thanksgiving. We watched the BBC production, 1995 production of Pride and Prejudice. I love that series. It's just such a good series. So we started watching that last night. That's we got the first 2 episodes in. We got 4 more to go. Let's see. Okay, hi Anthony, but at least to go there and sit at least 1 hour every day to say I don't have much things to do or clean. There was an statement. Nice. I've been looking at it hard. I need a car, and I mean I could even be a Toyota truck just as long as it is a Toyota. Interesting. I'm finally putting on primer on the. Good for you. Awesome, Tom. Are you excited? Very few cars are made in 1/12 or 1/16. Yeah, but take comfort in knowing that when you get them, they're ridiculously expensive. Like that Ferrari 1/16, 1/12 scale, 1/16, whatever the fuck it was. That Ferrari Testarossa, 1958. That thing was obscene. And I mean obscene in a good way. All right, let's take a look here to see what we got. We're going to feather some of this stuff in right here. There we go. A little better. I love traditions. Yeah, so far so good. Just gonna do a little bit of a feather that in later. One payloads. I'm not fond of finishing. That still needs plow work. Got it. But Tom, that's great, man. It's coming along, and that's the important thing. It's are supposed to be 1/12 scale, and that is the problem. It might be being a 3D printed kind of thing in the future. Yeah. Yeah, that's unfortunate that they but and I'm assuming it's not just the scale, it's because also just the size of it doesn't make sense with the model that you're looking for. Correct. Yeah. All right, let's take a peek here. Just gonna get underneath here real quickly. Darken up these areas a bit. There we go. Just doing some shadowing. In fact, we're going to do a little bit of shadowing underneath the this kneecap. So once I probably about 20 past or so, I'll fill you guys in on yesterday's work day because it went in a direction that has, yeah, I'll fill you in a little bit. It was odd. I was just seeing if they have a resin 3D print of the weapons. Oh, there's got to be, Tom, or there's got to be somebody who makes those things aftermarket. There's only 112 cars you can get are RC. Really? Only ones? Interesting. Hmm. That was wild. Give me a second, my friends. I'm trying to get to a. Unless what I'm trying to. Oh, yeah, of course. What I'm trying to remove is a rust spot. That's kind of stupid. Yeah, that's not going to go. Okay, we're good. I don't think about RC. That might be an idea. There you go. Story time with Uncle George. Hey, what's going on, Peter? What's happening, man? Happy Thursday for you. There we go. Yeah. Sure, if any of that yeah, none of that weathering is going to come through, but the panel lines are starting to pop, which is nice. Time to just open up Yegi and you will probably find it. Yep, exactly. Yesterday I got the Psycho Gundam G Quacks for free. Really? Somebody's already scanned that? Wow. I'm sure they have 3D resin work, but just have to find who has them in inventory. Exactly. And that is the hard part. Yeah. Scalemates is your friend to find it. But then after that, Tom, yeah, you're right. Now let's see if they actually have it in print. Don't own a 3D printer otherwise. Be 3D printing up a lot of Macross stuff like the 100 Destroyed Monster. Is that available? Hold it a second. Tom, Is the 1/100 scale Destroid monster available as a 3D print? Because I'm literally taking my EMI kit, my 1/200, and I'm going to have it scanned at some point and up converted to 1/100. Time to buy a printer is now while it is Black Friday. Yeah. That one you are likely true. Likely right. But I just bought a refrigerator for our tenant. Yeah. That was $1,600 that you just had a burning in your pocket, right, Tom? Somebody already made the STL the fully armored version, not the one shown in the I can look up the monster for you. I think I saw it 1 or 2 years ago. I've never seen one, but yeah, Edwin, I'd be curious. It has to be the original from the TV series. That's the only thing I want to do. I want to make that part of my 1/100 scale Destroid collection. All right, let's just do a real recap here. What's going on? Got another, kind of got a little bleed out here. I'm going to kind of pull back. There we go. It's a little better. All right. That is done. The kneecaps, under the kneecaps looks good. Yep. That's good. That's good. Pull back on that. Yeah, that's just chipping. There we go. I'm just blending some of that out. All right. Yes, there is a file of 3D print. You can get it for like $8. Interesting. Damn you, George, you have me rebuilding a kit part with styrene. I love it, Mike. I did half and it looks so much better. Now I have to repeat it. It's all your fault, Mr. Evergreen. I love it. My evergreen all along this wall. Destroid? Someone said Destroid. Oh yeah. Dude, I built two of the 1/100 scale Destroids so far. The Spartan and the Phalanx, I think it is. Yes. I've got the Tomahawk, the Monster, and whatever the last one is. Found a few. Let me see if I can get them. Building a kit part is always painful to satisfy. They already printed it and recommended the STL. Wow, fuck. Wow. Okay. All right, just going through. Done. Come on. Done. Ascend is good. I'm just going to clear out some of that. They were printed in. Recommend the STL file. Well, that's good to know. All right, we are now working our way up. We're going to start with one of the arms. Let's see. Yeah. I'm not sure I'm going to get all of this done in time, but that's okay. I have to thin out my panel lining fluid here. There's a lot of panel lines here. So yeah, if I don't have to have that file scanned, and there is a version of it available, I'm so going for that. It's done. Sorry, guys. Give me a moment here. I just want to get this thing done before I continue on. Let it settle in for a minute or two, and then we're going to tackle it. Great. No, 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 no. Okay. All right. Let's see what we got here. I can send you the site link. Yeah, if you wouldn't mind, Tom, I'd love to take a look at that. Thank you to both you and Edwin for finding that. The Phalanx and Spartan you have are ones. No, the ones I have are 1/100. No, I got the 1/100 scale. The monster is 1/220. It's either 1/200 or 1/220. I can't recall. Ari and Emai made all of the Macross kits back in the early 1980s. And they duplicated, meaning that one did a monster in 1/160 and one did it in 1/200. 1/100 scale, Destroyed monster will be huge. I don't think they made a 1/100 version. Hey, Ken, good morning. Happy Thanksgiving to you and the family. If I had to go through the printer, I'm printing that monster for you, UGO. Well, don't kill yourself, but thank you. I may actually end up picking one up next year. I have been seeing these guys on FB making a 4-foot tall heavy arms EW. Really? Wow. The free one ain't so good. Yeah, I'll pass on that. I just checked the box 1/200. Yep, that's what I thought. Because I've got two of those, the original one that actually started and a brand new one that Bandai reprinted. Bandai bought all the original molds for all the Macross stuff, a lot of the Laputa stuff, Laputa, excuse me, a lot of stuff. I want the Monster 176. There you go. Oop, I was off by 20. No problem. Yeah, that's why I'm going to get the one they recommend. Not the $15 one, but the $8 one. Interesting. As long as it's accurate, don't care. And in fact, I'd love it if it were based around the original email file. In fact, you know what? Hold on a second. Sorry, guys. No. There you go. I said how much I really enjoy working with oils. Missed the part of a line, but I'll get that fixed later. Okay, somebody want to tell me why they call this stuff odorless thinner when it's really not fucking odorless? Whew. That was off by 100. Resin filament. Though filament is cheaper. I'm going to do, can I ask a question? Filament, what's the material in a filament for filament printing? Is it Thanksgiving weekend? It is indeed, Edwin. Yes. Yes, sir. All right, just about done here. Something happened there. I got to figure out what that little yellow dot is. Stay. Don't tip. Whatever you do, just don't fucking tip. Okay. Upper arm is done. Bandai reprint is 1/200. Correct. I can send you pictures from FB. Yeah, if you want to do that, that's perfectly fine. Thank you, Tom. The materials are a lot, but usually are PLA, the plastic from it will disintegrate in 5 years, PDG. So you can actually 3D print in ABS. Interesting. Or PETG, either one. Oh, interesting. Joe, YouTube brother, Happy Thanksgiving to you. Enjoy the day with your fam. Gotta listen to William S. Burroughs' A Thanksgiving Prayer. I just recently listened to Spare Ass Annie. God, I love that album. Little Joe. It's blah. Apparently, you can 3D print meat for Campbell's soup also. Wow, really? You. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. Right? All right, let's just tackle this one area that got missed. I think I'm going to have to thin out some of this. Okay. There we go. Let's see. See you tomorrow. All right, Nick. Have a good Thanksgiving, brother. Thanks for being on this morning. Enjoy the day with the fam. That's the latest news. We have a tape saying that he is. No, that would never eat their product. Okay. Happy Thanksgiving, George. Hey, Robert. Good morning. How are you? Happy Thanksgiving to you, too. Picked up an inexpensive airbrush. I need a 0.5 Nino. Anyone use a gallery before? I think we've got a couple people who have in the past. Yep. No, but I've heard great things about the brand of airbrush. Yeah. It's by the airbrushes are supposed to be really, really good. The guy who kind of runs the company is a bit of an asshole, but hey, the product is supposed to be good. I'm going to take a quick break, take 3 minutes. So just to kind of go through what happened yesterday at work. So yesterday we had our staff meeting, which was the broker for the company trying to sell it to another person, the owner of the company. We met with these guys to kind of go over, okay, what are the next steps for our company? What are we doing next? And the first thing was there were 7 of us who were part of this about sort of like the group that was meeting with the owner and the broker. And details are being hashed out. The majority of us are going to get a 5% stake in the company. So at some point, I may end up becoming a part owner to our company. Good, but not sort of like saying, okay, so that kind of accounted for like, and one of our guys gets 10%. That's fine. That accounts for 40% of the ownership of the company. The other 60% remains with the current owner. And as they try to move the business on, and the broker will be kind of helping manage that process along. None of this sounded great. However, what was good was the guy who's looking to buy the company, one of our employees, our senior engineer, he actually is like, this is a good first step. This is a good first step forward. And he was optimistic. That made us feel a lot better. So right now, status quo. At some point, all of these details are going to get worked out, but that's kind of where things stand with a lot of that. I'm hands off on gallery as the apparent association with the Gumpo Builder scam. Exactly. I feel the same way about it. So on YouTube, I think Barbatos Rex, he seemed to like it. Oh yeah. Again, they're really, really good. I got a MadWorks 0.5 or 0.3 airbrush. Yep. Barbatos Rex is a sponsorship at his own line now that the company they do. Studio G, but that just Really screwed the pooch with a lot of people and scammed a bunch of yeah. See, that's why it's like I'll stick with sort of the name brands that are out there, or even like I was looking at a trigger style, what they call it, Harbor Freight has something called the Black Widow, which is a trigger style airbrush with a .5. I may pick that up because it's fairly short money. We'll see. All right, I need to get some more thinner into this mix. I swear by my Procon Boy 289. Yeah. Which one do I have? I've got a 267. I've got a friend who uses the 289. Anyway, just wanted to fill you guys in on a little bit of some of the crazy shit that continues to go on at work. You know, my hope is that in 2026 we'll have the owner wants out, but my hope is in 2026 things will continue to move in a more positive direction. Fingers crossed. For that, I am thankful. There we go. Let's getting some of that going again. I'm going to clean off the brush a little bit. Let's see. Gallery isn't bad. I use a 0.5 Master airbrush for surfacer. Yeah, that's good too. Master makes a great brush. That's that's my first airbrush. Isn't bad. I've got a Swallowtail, but I use it for gloss. It is be a decent, but we'll need a lot of cleaning regularly. The brand has some QC and durability issues in some parts, but they're designed pretty well. Nice. Yeah, I'll stick with. I guess I'm an Iwata guy. If I can afford an Iwata trigger style, HPC, whatever they call it, I'll pick up one of those. However, they're really expensive, so we'll see. I may do it. I may not. Okay. Let's do the upper arm. That went well. That's good. Yeah, I can't figure out what the fuck this thing is. There's a dot that kind of ended up here. Just gonna leave it there. It's not visible, but it's kind of interesting. All right, I'm not doing the. I'm gonna hit the what they call it, the welds with a different mix. So 37. Okay. Ah, fuck it. Just go with the hand. Get the hand done. I mean, not the hand. The wrist. All right, and the rest of it we're going to table for when we get to the hand. Let's get some of this stuff cleaned off. Oh, whatever the hell that yellow thing was, it just came off. Crazy. I wonder what the fuck it was. Okay. All right, guys. Let me see what's. Gotta get this arm to seat in there too a little bit better later. All right, let's see where we're standing now. I grab an Awada Eclipse HPCS. Nothing can match that Japanese. Oh, I love that. That's my go-to as well. That is my airbrush of choice. Yeah, I'll stick with my MadWorks, Mr. Color Procon, and Awada brushes. Yep, I have my what's through the ringer, and it still works fantastic. Yep, I'll use it for paint with heavy flake probably. I don't want to spend on another Awada at the time, but a little slow at the intersection. Hey, Ken, one other option. A little slow at the intersection. That's good. Ken, another option is get an Iwata Neo. It's an Iwata made in China, and it's actually really, really good. It's not as good as an HPCS, but it is really, really good. Yeah. They're doing some things that are unique. I love my Mr. Color airbrush. Yep. Again, here's the thing. There really isn't a bad airbrush. This is like the conversation we had about like last night on Michael Wine's live stream on Gundamonium Works live stream. There really aren't bad paints. There's a lot of great choices out there. You know, if you don't like, as an example, if you're not a fan, like I'm not a fan of All Clad, oh great, go to another brand. There's plenty of them. You know, when it comes to metallics, I like AK's Extreme Metals. You know, but other people like the Mr. Color ones. Great. I think that's good enough for that. A bit of a hard time here. Hold a second, guys. Touching the model in the wet wrap. Rather not. Here we go. Okay. Now we're going to work on the hand. I'm curious now, what did Gallery or its owner actually do? It is killed by association, or did they actually do something themselves? It was their first sponsorship of a scammer. I think that people didn't like that they collaborated with Justin from Studio G. I believe Justin from Studio G is part of that. I think it's the HPCS Plus. Oh, you got the Plus. Yeah, that's a good airbrush. Yeah, Ken, take a look at the Neo Iwata. Jesus Christ, Iwata Neo. And in fact, they make a trigger style too that I might be looking into. Just to hammer stuff at 0.5, just to do the trigger like thick shit. So it was to allow him to pay back the affected people. Good morning, things. Happy Thanksgiving. Hey, Richie, what's going on, man? Yeah, I think there's still. I don't think all restitution was made. I think that's part of the reason for it, Peter. Here's the thing, you know, caveat emptor. All right, let's hit the hand. In fact, let's see. With the whole yeah, I gotta look into it. Richie, I knew it would be worth looking at. Yeah, and you can pick them up pretty cheap. Like at, I mean, I hate to put it, but fucking Hobby Lobby. Just is honestly not a bad guy. He just made poor business choices that made him look like a scammer. Okay. Was their initial marketing for their pants was misleading? They've been correct. They did more than just collab with Justin. Well, in part. Still got one lingering issue with their MSDS. I followed him back when he was a producer. He had a photography channel and then got into big into Gunpla and did the fan hobby store. Then it did not. Yeah. Again, choices. We have choices. That's the important thing. You know? Okay. I'm going to pop the arm off, I think. It's just going to be easier to do it this way. The arm is loose anyway, so we're just going to pop it off and hold it. Give me a second, guys. Richie, what you got for plans for today, man? As a good example, when you fuck up, just be honest. I don't just drag it out and make myself look like a bigger fuck up, which he did. Or pay anyone. Even with the he didn't pay anyone back or pay anyone. Oh. That's a good question. You ask a mighty fine question there, Peter. Okay, we're going to let some of that paint dry. Now we're going to move on to more of the phalanges. Just love saying that word. I just love saying phalange. Phalange. Sorry, guys. Give me a second here. Yikes. All right. Entire hand is now. Yes, it is now covered. I just want to make sure all the surfaces that you can see. There we go. Done. All right, we'll start cleaning that up in a moment. I would say at this point, the legs are done. There's nothing on the waist. I haven't gotten to the backpack yet. And one of the arms will be done before I wrap up today. I was in his club, just I think he may be an employee. I'm going to my cousin's house. Nice. Good for you. How many people are showing up, Richie? Not defending anyone, I'm genuinely curious because the reason given is usually just they know what they did. Yeah, I agree with you. I think you need to have detailed information. I know that there have been people on the extreme side who are like, F them. I don't know enough about the situation to really say. I just look at it this way. There's plenty of choices out there, and I'm going to probably pick up, something that makes sense for me. No, and he never will, unfortunately. And that is, I still have the red Zeta sitting here for you. For me? God. No, never will. Unfortunately, he lost everything because of bad choices he made. It was just his kids didn't deliver, but it was also supposed to masterclass courses. Was also free tutorials. Yep, I made a business decision at the wrong time. Just everything is the way it is. He lost everything and had to move in with his parents. Oof. So, there are plenty of quality airbrushes out there outside of the gallery. It is a sad thing, but that is what happens when you try and bite off more than you can chew. True. And exactly, hey, you take the risk, and if it works, great, you benefit, and if it doesn't, you pay. For sure, would not buy one myself. I'm spoiled with my Mr. Hobby one, yeah. It's only 8-9 of us. Compare what it used to be. Wow, 20 to 30? Wow. I forgot about the Red Zeta. Red Zeta. I forgot about the Red Zeta. You guys got to meet up. So gallery, I know they sent an apology when they did their airbrush color. This was selling in the U.S. and didn't intend to cross market. I'm seeing you're crying out, Richie, oh, where art thou, Richie? Nice. That would not indicate Justin being part of their company. Wow. All right, let's get some of this stuff cleaned up. I think Peter brings up a very valid point, though, that there is obviously quite often you hear, well, they did wrong and they know what they did. And Peter's got a valid point. Look, do your research. and then you make a justification of yes to purchase from them or not. You know, I look at it from my perspective is I've got enough good options out there, particularly with, the stuff that Iwata's doing. Like I said, I can go to Harbor Freight and go pick up a Black Widow. So the point of it is that there are choices that I can make that I think will be fine. You know, but again, to Peter's point, yeah, do the research. Yeah, it's very secretive about who their owners are and everything about. So it doesn't help their rep. Yeah. Oops. Okay. Have I said it enough times? I really love oils. And every model that I've used them, I feel like I'm getting better with them and not because I think my skills are improving. I think it's because I'm getting more comfortable with using them. And comfort is what makes this much, much, much easier. Leave it like that. Boy, and enamel thinner does a friggin' number on cotton buds. There we go. All right, real quickly. Hand is done. And in comparison to the other one, obviously we've got all of the little areas. Oops, shit. Are those chips? Just want to make sure they're chips. Yeah, they're chips. Okay, that's good. There we go. Hand is done. I'm going to leave it there to dry, and I'll take care of the rest of it later. So real quickly, my friends, before I bail, there were mistakes made all around, but sometimes you just got to live with the mistakes, say sorry, and try to move on. Yeah, agreed. And again, everybody has to make a decision individually. Yes, I want to work with these folks, or no, I don't. I'm not, again, I don't know enough about the situation to say, yes, you should, no, you shouldn't. But I think if you're really interested, look into it, see if it makes sense. And if it does, great. And if it doesn't, great. I just won't recommend Gallery as there are plenty of other cheap quality airbrushes out there. Yeah. You're using regular cotton swabs or the triangular one, which unfortunately has gotten a little mashed. Yeah, they don't last very long, which is fine. So real quickly, my friends, I do want to do this. I want to show real quickly where we stand. This guy is now put together. The only thing that has not been installed yet outside this arm that I just removed are the skirts for the or the shields, the covers for the arms. Those I'll put on at the very end because I've got to cut those and get them installed. I've started the weathering process. Right now, I'm doing an oil washes on the panel lines. That will get those were so polarizing. Yeah, crazy, isn't it? I got 500 of those trainers for like $10. Yeah, I just picked up like 100 for like 3 over at on AliExpress, and I also have Ken to thank for sending me a bunch as well. And they're in that container that I just pulled a couple out. So thank you again, Ken. I will not question anyone's choice of airbrush, Tom. I honestly just wanted to know the backstory because the drama has been brought up on several occasions during my short time. Yeah, there's yes, and Peter, you're right. And again, it's your choice to listen to it or not. And if you want to listen to it, great. And if you don't, that's fine. I do think that there's a point that Peter is making. It's like, look, guys, there's no reason to get hung up on this issue. No reason to. Okay, last thing I want to show for those who are tuning in late. Kitty is done. The only thing that's left with Kitty is I've got to do some weathering to get some shadowing and stuff like that. But Kitty is done. Even got the eyes. Kitty's going to get matte coated. And again, everybody's got their thing. This matte coat, I love this stuff. I love the way it sprays. I love the way it goes down. It's acrylic base, so you can put chemicals on top of it and it isn't going to reactivate it. Love the cat. I appreciate it, Tony. Thank you so much. Yeah, so far I'm really happy with the way this is going. I even seated the cat inside and everything looked great. So far, my friends, we are on a good path. I've got oils laid down over here. You can see part of it that I'm leaching off all of the linseed oil. My God, the amount of linseed oil. I pulled out all of my old Wilder oil paints, which the bottles on them are shit, but the paints are really good. And I've got a bunch of them kind of drying on my little palette here. I'm going to continue to work on this, get the panel lining done. My goal is to get all of the panel lining done today. And then tomorrow, start on dust layers and dirt. Dirt and dust. Combination of the two. Doesn't matter. With luck, this fucker is going to be ready for next Friday. Captain Kitty! Oh, the STL for the ones I'm saying is on 3D Cult site. Thank you. I'm assuming if it's 1/72 scale, you can resize it. Maybe I'm wrong. Ooh, we shall see. But so far, progress is being made, and I'm really happy with direction, and that's what matters. All right, my friends, time for me to get bailing here. Stay safe and stay sane, everybody. Thanks for being on this morning. I truly do appreciate it. I mean, for many people here in the United States, this is Thanksgiving. So the holiday has a very challenging start, but one of the things that I like to say about Thanksgiving is that it's a time for at least take away the historical aspect of it, but at least it's a time for us to think about all the things we're thankful for. I am thankful for many, many things. I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful for having a job. I'm thankful for my wife now moving on to a new position starting next year. I'm thankful for my kids. I'm thankful for the stuff that my kids do. I'm thankful for having a great hobby that's allowing me to get my my artistic Jones out. And I'm thankful for having met so many great people in this hobby, everyone here included, obviously, because you guys really do make the mornings spectacular. So, guys, with that being said, stay safe and stay sane. Go out there and do fabulously. Enjoy the day and brighten it the same way you would want it to be brightened by others for you. So show kindness, respect, and love for others, and just go out there and do good. All right. And Peter, real quickly, I'm not sure if you saw this. Oh, you did see the cat? Okay, good. I'm glad you saw the cat. All right, guys. So with that, enjoy the day, do good, love you all, and I'll see you tomorrow morning. Peace.